All right, Nicole, racket number 2.
Number 2.
7 listing description mistakes you're probably making. So I'm going to go down the list and you tell me what you think. Number 1, not writing one at all. Okay, so
I know that you're a firm believer in not having to write one. I know you are, but you do need one. Yes, you need it. You definitely
So
need
I would have
one.
argued maybe a few years ago that you don't need one at all because I'm like, nobody's reading them. And then the more that I am looking at deals and buying deals and just looking for deals, I'm finding myself reading them. So I'm like, you know what?
There's so much information in there.
Yeah.
There's so much information in there.
Yeah, there is. You can tell a story now.
But not even a story, though. Like, because again, if you're looking for a deal, like what am I
would argue.
What am I reading?
That an all caps listing description that says, will go fast, Oh,
and then days on market is 90.
And then days on market is 90. And then it's all caps and it's just a crappy description. You're probably better off doing no description other than that.
Okay.
But I would agree, not writing one at all. You've got to have a good description.
One.
All right. Number 2, repeating yourself.
Terrible.
So if the listing is 1,642 square feet and it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, do you write that again in the description?
No, you do not need to write that at all. But I will say, no, you never need to write it again.
All right, this is an Inman article, which we'll link up below, but it says burying the lead, but it's LEDE. I don't know.
Maybe it's like how they spell color with a U.
I don't know what that is. Who wrote this? Christy Murdoch. I love you, Christy.
Should we Google it?
I don't know what the LEDE is.
It doesn't matter.
In the comments, if you know what the heck that is referring to, is that just another way to say lead?
I don't know.
Burying the lead. Okay, so basically, you want to put the most desirable
at the beginning.
At the front.
Grab their attention.
Yeah.
Don't bury it at the end.
You agree?
I agree.
All right. Saying too much, one that goes on and on, like meeting the character limit.
I don't even think there is a character limit on some of these people that write them so long. It's awful. I don't need to know any of that.
So what are you making sure you're taking out? You're not repeating information like we said before, but like what's...
Well, it's mostly about location, what
if there's a pool, you mentioned that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in your photos. It's going to be
in the photos,
and
right?
it's also going to be in the MLS thing. I mean, I guess you could do a pool. Maybe if it's a gunite pool or a heated pool, I would explain that.
A specific saltwater pool.
Yeah, so I would go that. I don't think we need to talk about gleaming hardwood floors, but I would say that there are hardwood floors throughout.
Here's a big mistake. This is, I think, the most critical mistake agents make is not asking the homeowner for input when you're filling out the listing description.
Sure.
You don't want them coming back to you and saying, you didn't put X, Y, and Z in my listing description.
Yeah.
That stone fireplace, that saltwater pool. We talked about this and you didn't put it in the description. Right. Why didn't you do that?
We spent $100,000 on this most beautiful patio. Yeah, you don't.
The best thing you can do is create a Google form that you give to all of your sellers and have them fill it out in your words. Don't make this like super, strict on the English or anything like that. Like, don't worry about the English language. Just in your notes, bullet form. Just give me bullet point notes on what is important in your listing description. I'm the professional. I'm the marketer. I'm going to write it up. I'm going to make it look good for you.
You're writing it?
Well, we have a right, but make it so that they know you're going to turn their bullet points into a great write-up for the listing description.
And they live there. They live there, so.
Allowing the homeowner to have too much input. So this is why I think the Google form's great. Give me the bullet points of what is important to you.
Give me just the top 3.
Give me the top 3 so I can include those. Yeah. And then number 7, failing to proofread. Absolutely.
Biggest one.
Have somebody else proofread
Definitely need to know the English language. Language becomes important in there.
Never hire somebody like me to write your listing description or it will be crap. I can promise you there.
Yeah. That was, I think, one of our first hires. Remember we were like, this is awful. We can't keep doing this.
That was one of our first hires.